We were at Target today, and there's like a bunch of merch for. I guess there was a Black Panther 2 that came out.
Yeah.
Could have fooled me. No idea. I don't know what you'd be fooling me about, but
guess I didn't hear about it.
Guess I didn't hear about it.
Didn't come across my radar.
They're just recycling all the merchandise from the first one, though.
They're like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure they don't care. The main character died tragically. Too bad. We're making another one. Like the money train rolls on, whether or not it makes sense or not.
Yeah.
Hey, he may have died tragically, but we're obligated contractually. We gotta do this thing. We gotta do this thing.
That's what it says on his headstone.
And on the DVD cover. That's on the poster.
We told our investors we were making 3 more of these, so whatever.
You do.
I saw Bob Iger's coming back. That was his first move as CEO coming back. Hey, remember me? All dead guys, null and void. Roll it out.
We got the dad from Sister to play the Black Panther.
Hey, he didn't die. He didn't die when I was here. I'm here now.
I'm here.
Roll it.
Let's get this thing moving.
This guy's screaming, roll it.
He's been here for 5 minutes and he's screaming, I don't care.
Start filming. Start making the movie now.
Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 and 3 and 4.
We just finished watching Face Off.
Oh man.
Maybe the greatest movie of all time.
It is so insane.
I beg to differ.
It's so great. Like, it's played dead serious, which makes it even funnier.
Exactly. But like nothing makes sense in it. They're just like, you really have to go with it on this one.
It's amazing.
You know?
Oh yeah.
You got the same dick as my husband. I can't believe it.
They shoot a kid in the face in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. They start off strong.
They just don't write them like that anymore, boys.
Can you just not cut your face off and fuck my wife?
But that's the thing, is like, it's the story is so muddled that you're almost rooting for him as John Travolta. Like, you like John Travolta better. You like them both better when they're the other person.
I don't like either of them. What are you talking about?
No,
don't put words in my mouth.
You're like, he's like taking the chick out on date night, the wife, and he's like protecting the daughter from the rapey guy. Like, he's a better father than John Travolta.
Yeah.
In normal life.
And he pipes better too. Way better. She's never been happier.
No, they brush over that in 2 measly lines of dialogue where it's like,
she figures out it's him.
Height difference negligible. We get the hair follicles to match up. They just say a bunch of things.
Oh, he's got the voice thing. We put like a thing here.
They're like, yeah, whatever.
Face Off. But his whole character, his demeanor, his body.
Oh, dude. Nick Cage is having actually, Travolta's really chewing the scenery too. He's having the time of his life doing like Nick Cage mannerisms and stuff. It's just hilarious to watch.
Exactly.
It's just a fun movie.
He gets to impersonate Nick Cage the whole movie.
It is perfect. Like, the scene, and Nick Cage gets to freak out and do his usual psycho stuff. So the second that he actually gets the face put on, and he's technically John Travolta now, and he starts bashing the mirror and going, "Fuck you, fuck you."
Well, no, but of course they made
Travolta. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they made Travolta's character a crazy guy, knowing he would go into Nicolas Cage, and then he would really fucking sell that up.
Exactly. They made Nick Cage some pathetic like crybaby in the beginning.
Yeah. Like, well, what character will John Travolta play well? Okay, more like a whiny bitch, and then Nick Cage. Yeah. Make sure he's a crazy guy.
But they like the 90s era of like what's cool. Like Nick Cage is like wearing like a trench coat that's red, and he's got like his 2 guns that are gold.
Yeah,
and
no,
he's
yeah,
wearing little
exactly.
octangle like sunglasses, and then like there's like an old lady flight attendant, and he's just like, "You come over here, bitch." It's like,
I'll tell you where your seat is, right here.
yeah, like okay. It's so.
That was a
It's like,
reference to you.
and there's like FBI.
No,
What?
when I was a kid, when I used to watch the movie, I thought it was so cool when they showed like the reflection in the glass right after his face is off, and you just see like the blood face. And he's
Yeah, the blood face.
he's like, what do you want? And he's like, what do you goddamn think?
Yeah. Doesn't he put like a cigarette in it or something? Or am I just imagining that?
So, dude, so the cigarette. So we were just laughing about that because Janie or whatever, that scene is super awkward with like her in her underwear, and it like pans up from the ground, and it's like, Jesus Christ, what is his name? Wu, whatever. What's the director's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
John Woo?
John Woo. John Woo. You're like, Jesus Christ, John Woo, how old is this girl? I don't know if you can get away with those scenes anymore. But so she's like, what the hell, Dad? Since when do you smoke? And he's like, there's gonna be a lot of changes around here, you know. Ow! He does his like Danny Zuko impersonation of himself. And then the very next scene, it's Nick Cage, who is John Travolta, smoking a cigarette in his cell. And it's like, wait, but your daughter just said you don't smoke. So now you do.
Just go with it, bud. This guy's got his face off here. You're talking about cigarette continuity?
I'm figuring that Nick Cage was like, I smoke cigs, and I'm going to need to be smoking in every scene, no matter what character I am.
Yeah, whether I'm me or I'm him, it doesn't matter. I'm going to need a cig. Make sure both of us smoke.
No, isn't there there's a bunch of parts where he's just like rubbing his kid's face? He's just like
they're doing that the whole goddamn movie. No one has ever done that, but in the history of people. But the name of the movie is Face Off.
So
you got to be touching faces. Yeah. Yes, it's symbolic in that they're touching faces.
It's the title of the movie.
There's a lot of
there's symbolism to the title of the movie.
Anytime you see a face, you have to touch it.
When you're in this movie,
there's a rule on this set.
But like, and then he like takes Castor Troy's kid at the end to replace the kid that got shot in the face. It's just like, who's writing this? What is this?
No, that
great movie.
I remember the movie ends like 3 times, and you're like, dude. And then like at one part, there's doves coming out of a cemetery, and you're like, oh my god, it's been 2.5 hours already. Like,
and then an hour after that, it's a boat chase.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what? How much more can there be in this? They did everything.
There's shockingly little to the movie. It's almost comical. Well, it definitely is comical, but like, so Castor Troy becomes John Travolta, but instead of just being like, oh, I'm gonna fuck around, he's like, no, I'm trying to get promoted up the ladder. He's like going to work. He's just like drudging through the monotony. He's doing paperwork.
I'm gonna live this life. Yeah, I'm gonna live this life out.
These taxes aren't gonna do themselves. I mean,
this is pretty cool. He's like making dinner at home for the family. What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
That wife must have been pretty good.
He had to go back for the piping, of course.
He's like, no, she's like finding out that it's not him, and she's like, oh fuck, this actually sucks because this is been way better. I'm just gonna stick around. I'm actually cool with it being Castor Troy.
We could stay this way.
Yeah, let's try to get that guy back in prison. My real husband.
Yeah, lock him up.
Let's try to get him locked up.
No, he did it.
Yeah, he definitely did it. He definitely did it.
I've never seen it. I've never seen this dick before in my life. Okay, so speaking of two,
did it make me CEO for nothing?
Another thing that was completely off my radar that I just saw a trailer for. I thought this is like 20 years in the making. The Avatar 2.
Oh yeah,
is finally coming out,
and they have a new trailer come out like every week.
Who's asking for this though? Who?
James Cameron is pumping this, dude, because he's not going to give up on this thing, dude.
But like
You
it
can't
was
let
a
it go.
one-off movie. It was
Like
Raised by
15 years
Wolves.
ago.
Yeah,
I think this one's gonna be the Lion King theme too. I think it's gonna be guy has kid, he's gonna die, and then kid's gonna come back for revenge. It's gonna probably be the Lion King story. Is my guess.
well, the first one was what?
Last of the
Dances
Mohicans.
with Wolves. Yeah, Last
Yeah,
of the
Dances with Wolves.
Mohicans.
Yeah, no, it's Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. Where it's like, it's that movie. You've seen it, but they're
No,
blue.
but James Cameron's like coming out all super bitter because people are like, nobody remembers the characters from the first one, and he's like, I don't care. You're gonna see it and you're gonna love it.
Well, and at the time it came out, dude, remember this where it was like this incredible feat of like computer animation and it was 3D and the world was so immersive and shit. But now that's just regular movie. So like who cares? Like it's no longer a thing of like, wow, look at this visual spectacle. It's just like,
Now it's
who
just,
gives a
we
fuck?
got another CGI barf bag.
It
Right.
visually looks insane.
It's causing epileptic seizures everywhere across the country.
No, I think he literally had to go underwater because the last one people killed themselves because they wanted to live in that land.
Isn't it called like Water Town or something?
yeah. James Cameron he's had this on the back burner for 15 years to call it Avatar Water Town. Welcome, you guys. You're gonna see it. Papyrus.
Hey, welcome to Watertown.
It is called Underwater or something,
And
right?
then as soon as it starts, it's like the Austin Powers beginning. It's like Watertown.
It's like a musical number.
Yeah. Watertown.
Under the sea.
What the fuck?
Under the sea.
The back alley snapping from Ryan's wedding.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
More musical numbers in Avatar 2.
Man, he's been working on this thing for 100 years. This is what he came out with, Watertown, and they're snapping.
I can't. I love people are gonna go see it, but like, I don't know how it doesn't get lost in the shuffle of like all the CGI nightmares that already exist.
But what do you mean lost in the shuffle?
Like who cares? Like I guess like people are on the Marvel train and they're not getting off. So you can keep pumping out this crap, and if it's not that good, you can release it straight to Disney Plus. But Avatar is not Disney, right?
Here's my thing with Avatar. I saw the number. I saw the number 3 in the time, and I was like, oh, 3, huh? 3 plus, huh?
3 hours?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. You know it is. It's a
man.
Avatar 2 running time.
It's a pat. It's a self pat on the back.
3 hours 10 minutes.
Oh,
it's a James Cameron victory lap.
No, not a victory lap. This is number 2. He's got 3, 4, and 5.
I'm just saying on his whole career.
Oh my!
He's just going on James Cameron.
That's a 2 VHS pack. 3-hour movie.
Oh god.
That's got to be 2 VHSs. So,
that's Leo and Fabrizio making out on the deck right there.
Jeez. God, that was the first double VHS.
Yeah, double VHS.
I can't remember any other ones, to be fair.
I do remember that though. Yes.
Where it was like you had to rent that from Blockbuster.
Wasn't Forrest Gump 2?
Not the one I had.
Oh, you had that thicky VHS?
Oh, yeah. It had a lot of tape in there.
Yeah. Was another one? Wasn't like, I don't know. VHS.
It's the only one I can recall.
Forrest Gump? Did I say that already?
Yes, you did. We said no, and you circled back for a second time, thinking maybe
we suggested that already.
Warning: marijuana affects the memory. So, what else is in the news?
So, okay, to go off of what you had messaged about the other day about the Scientology commercial.
Oh my god, that was so wild, dude.
That was wild. But I've been seeing that commercial because probably because we talk about it on the pod or whatever, I got some targeted Scientology ads on Twitter, and they play that exact ad on Twitter. And then I started looking around on their Twitter page. I found some interesting data that you might find intriguing.
Totally changes your perspective on
Well,
Scientology.
It sounds kind of interesting. I think I'm gonna go get a.
Here's the thing about their Twitter page.
My
go get a
easier
reading.
read.
So they have 95.3 thousand followers. They have
that's pretty low.
Even more than that. It is pretty low, but just follow with me. They have even more tweets. They've tweeted more times than they have followers. They have like over 100,000 tweets. And
no, but aren't Scientologists not allowed to use the internet?
I don't know, but you go to all their posts.
The Amish.
You go to all their posts. 1 like.
Tom Cruise.
3 likes. Yeah, 3 likes.
From Danny Masterson lover.
Yeah, from not Danny Masterson. But it's like seems like they're fudging the numbers a little bit.
You don't say.
Yeah, seems like maybe they're
turns out they're really good with paperwork.
I think what you might call this is a last grasp at relevancy.
So are you saying that because they have 90 whatever thousand followers, but their posts are only getting 3 likes, that you think most of that is fake followers and bots and shit?
100%.
I think he's also saying that David Miscavige is at the last gasp of relevancy.
That too. Well, yeah, because he's like, you know what? What can we do to, as a last grasp at trying to get people to join up? Run the commercials. Gotta run the commercials.
He doesn't do like public viewing, so like I looked up and I'm like, who is this dinosaur on here? My God.
I'm surprised he didn't have his Navy uniform on, his naval attire.
That's true. There's so many medals on that thing, you can't even.
He's just arm wrestling Tom Cruise. They have like a table set up.
Scientology is not what you think it is.
You think I'm a little man? I'll show you a little man.
No.
But yes, I think I have I'm onto a bit of conspiracy here with this Scientology Twitter page. I think they're not who they seem to be.
It's almost like they buy buildings and don't occupy them and get a huge tax break.
That's the only reason they still exist.
I think
almost
so.
As like a real estate scam.
Yeah.
And what's worse is they're fudging the numbers on Twitter.
That is worse.
Well, Twitter's the Wild West right now. You have literally everybody doing falsified accounts, and they take whatever the company is and whatever the absolute worst thing opposite you could say about that company. That's what they're saying. It's like it's like Crystal Geyser being like, "We're stealing water from you idiots and selling it back to you, fucking morons."
You shit in this water.
Verified.
Classic.
That's a heavy stance on Crystal Geyser.
I didn't say it. They did.
Hey, don't blame me.
Wait, what?
You can just buy verified accounts now because it's just the Wild West, and Elon Musk is charging $8. So people just made a bunch of fake accounts, and then they were making it a bunch of companies, or they were buying the company's verified accounts and then putting out whatever the opposite worst thing that company could possibly say.
Yeah.
There's like funny. It's hilarious. Super funny.
Yeah. Instead of your account being verified because you are the actual person, it's now because you pay $8.
You had $8.
Yeah. You got $8 on you.
Hey, man, I got $8.
I got change from this Taco Bell. What should I do with it?
I'm never been on
Taco
Twitter.
Bell handle.
Taco Bell.
An idea.
No, it's like OJ. Like, I did that shit.
His OJ's fake Twitter is somehow less offensive than his regular Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, OJ's a Twitter legend.
In JL, I did that shit. Or in GL. I'm dumb.
Just checking in on you.
I got some getting even to do.
OJ's a Twitter legend. Unbelievable.
Hey guys. What does he open up with every time?
Hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly.
Here's what I got to say about what's going on.
I've been thinking. I've been thinking about some things.
I've been thinking, I'm walking free,
I'm a free man. I murdered someone and I'm free. 2 people. I'm a free man.
Two people in the heat of passion. I killed my wife, and my kids were upstairs. And in the worst timing ever, this 26-year-old kid just happened to come home right after I killed my wife with my 2 kids upstairs. And I'm a 40-plus-year-old man, and I'm not going to let this 26-year-old kid get away. I'm in the peak of my refrigerator body. So
my physical prime.
he's got to get 33 stabs.
What is this rant?
I'm just saying. Take care.
I'm just saying.
Take care.
I'm just saying. Take care.
Hey, I didn't say it. He did on Twitter.
That's his rant, not mine.
Yeah, verified.
$8 a month.
Now I'm intrigued. And now I'm intrigued at what company we can take over. What Twitter we can take over. Just something like super wholesome, some irrelevant company that's super wholesome that you just take over to start posting crazy blasphemous
Insane.
Like I don't even know. I went to so many dark places that I had to like pause myself.
Salvation Army.
Mimi's Cafe is shockingly anti-Semitic.
They have been posting some troubling tweets.
Troubling posts.
And it's from a verified page.
I think this basketball player is onto something.
Yes. They have offered Kyrie Irving free meals for life.
Yeah.
I had a table of 2 guys one time that legitimately they were having like a little, like they were discussing whatever, but then the guy was like, hey, can you like just like use my phone to film us and like circle the table a couple times?
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's brutal. I did not know where you were going with that.
Yeah. He's like, can you like circle the table a couple times and just like film us like having a conversation, you know?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Dude,
that hurts. The most embarrassing thing I've ever heard.
Dude, that hurts my stomach just hearing that.
Hurt me to do it. Hurt me to have to do it 100%.
He's like, I'm looking for B-roll for a documentary I'm doing on my life.
Literally what it was. That's what it was.
Like, okay, it's one thing to take a picture. Like, it's another thing to have a fucking production. Like,
no, he literally told me to circle the table a couple times.
What is the mindset of that? Like,
I need my followers to see what I'm up to.
I got to give it up for my cinematographer.
Well, if you're gonna go all out, we might as well go all out. Actually, people, can you guys move out of the background here? I wanted to make it look like this is a private conversation between these two. Okay, get out of the table. Okay, I know your food just got there. Okay, move. You just make a huge deal out of it.
Sir, you're in the worst table in the restaurant by the restrooms. Can you please stop?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get my boss to turn the music off real quick, okay? Because you guys want the real audio on this. Trust me, okay? I've done this before. Idiots like me come in all the time.
Your table is against the pillar that has the fire extinguisher. Most undesirable table in the restaurant.
And that's like you have to like move extra around them because of it.
Yeah.
Like an exit row on a plane where it's like, okay, you understand how to use this fire extinguisher in case of emergency.
Hey, if the restaurant catches on fire, it's on you to save us. You sat here. So not
Please
only
watch
am I
this short educational video before you start dining.
Not only am I at the worst table in the restaurant, but I'll have to save everyone here if it comes down to it. Fuck.
Actually, I'm just gonna bash you over the head with it.
Yeah, that's the solution.
In case of a fire, I have to bash you over the head with this fire extinguisher.
I gotta pull the pin and then smash you in the head with it.
It's a critical part of extinguishing this fire.
And then push you into the fire and run.
The fire slows down if you have a moron being engulfed in flame.
How you like the muscles?
Oh my God.
Well, I'll tell you guys a story, a super funny story. I was at a club one time, and there was a lot of people, and I was like in the middle of it, and I was trying to make my way over to the bar, and I walked by, and you're kind of like fishing your way through people, and I walk by and I see these 2 guys with these 2 girls, and they're both dancing. and just like they're kind of like, you know, kind of dancing raunchy as I'm walking by them. And I'm like, oh wow, you know, whatever. Made it past them, and then I'm waiting in line to get my drink, and I kind of look over, and the guys are coming over to go get drinks, and they get in the line right behind me, and I just hear them behind like, oh man, dude, fucking sickest night ever. Oh man, such a sick night. Oh man, this is so dope. And they're just going off, and then all of a sudden it's silence, and I'm just like, and I turn around and they're just making out. And I was like, "Oh, I thought they were with the girls."
Whoa!
Because I was just like, "Oh, they were dancing with the girls," you know, like.
Oh yeah.
No,
But it
Kyle.
was just
This club that you were at.
there was no girls. Okay.
Yeah. Was it happened to be called the Stallion or something to that effect?
That reminded me of another story when we went to go see Dirt Nasty at that club in Newport, and it was the pro-am.
888.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of pro surfers and pro skaters there, and we're kind of just like, I was standing in the middle of the dance floor, and I look over, I'm like, where are all my friends at? And I look, and all you guys are in the VIP, and you're like, come on, like just go around, just come in. I'm like, all right, so we just go in, and there's like Paul Rodriguez and John sitting with Simon Rex, like having a good time, and it was super sick. So I remember one time I was sitting down, and Ryan, you were in front of me, but you were leaned up against the pillar, and Ryan Scheckler walked by with some super hot chick. He walked right in between us. Me and Ryan look at each other. He stops, turns around, looks at Ryan, comes up to him, shakes his hand. He's like, "Hey, my name's Ryan." And Ryan's like, "Oh yeah, my name's Ryan as well," or like something like that. He's like, and then he realized that he was a nobody, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm out of here."
You thought for a split second, you thought I was a surfer or a rapper or something,
Yeah,
and then when you realized that actually you're just some idiot who
Oh,
wandered into this VIP area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're just some guy who has the same name as me? All right.
All right. Well, see you later.
Oh, he had a
I'm
networking opportunity there.
Dude, he was out of there so quick. It was so funny.